Hello everyone, welcome back to the unemployment journey where we will be travelling around Europe's major leagues and trying to win as many trophies as possible. Now, as you can see, it's not gone well. After the 2-1 defeat against Heracles at home, we picked up a 3-3 thriller draw against Vitesse, lost to Utrecht, 1-0 against the run of play completely against Heerenveen, then back-to-back losses against AZ and Groningen. And now we play Ajax. Now, this is going to be tough. We are even worse than I thought we were going to be. I thought the defeat against Heracles, as much of a surprise as that was, I realised just how bad this team is, and I tried to do a couple of transfers to remedy the situation. So I ran out of funds, ran out of wage budget, so Elias Soriano had to go. I wasn't going to play him. We've got much better strikers, especially now that we've signed Pedro Henrique on loan. So he wasn't going to get any games, and I thought 1 million was a fair amount. He's going to end up scoring a ton of goals at NAC, no doubt, just to spite me. But the only transfer that we brought in was Matko Milijevic from Argentina. It's on loan. It was a major transfer. I'm going to try and slot him into that attacking midfield spot there, or play him just behind a striker in a 4-2-3-1 if we can get it that way. The only issue is his first game, in about 15 minutes into it, he pulled his knee ligament and he was out for a couple of weeks. So he hasn't really played, and that's disappointing. I really wanted to use him. I really wanted him to do really well, but that's not the case. So until he gets fully fit, we're not going to be playing him. And now we have the task of trying to beat Ajax, who are second in the league, behind Heerenveen. But, you know, we beat Heerenveen earlier in the season. They're our only win this year. You can see we're sitting 16th in the league. A win, which is as unlikely as it is, will send us all the way up to about 13th. A defeat is just going to keep us here unless we lose so badly that we end up dropping down to 17th. This is the team that we're going with today. So you can see Kirschbaum in goal, Patrick at right back, Schaefer and Rosler as our two centre backs, Scheiman at left back. Katamol still keeps his place in the team. I couldn't find a defensive midfielder to slot in there, and that's actually an improvement on him, which is a sad state of affairs. Ahead of him, there's Van Ooyen and Neudecker, who's been our best player by a mile here so far in the league. Roma on the right, Costa on the left, and Pedro Henrique up front. This little area here in the middle, that doesn't get a lot of attention by either of these two here. So maybe we can push one of them to a more attacking role to help cover that spot. But for now, against Ajax, let's just keep it nice and solid, and fingers crossed we can actually get a win here. So Ajax's team, they've gone for a 4-1-2-1-2. It looks strong. Onana in goal, Tagliafico, Martinez, Alvarez, Veltman, Blind with Ziyech, Marin and Van de Beek in midfield, Tadic and Huntelaar up front. And this one's going to be tough. I'm hoping Lee Katamol can turn up today. It's time to put him to the poor form, go out there and make it count, and they don't seem to care. Let's try and have faith in them again. They don't care. But fingers crossed, you never know. Send the assistant. And let's do this. Pedro Henrique plays back to Katamol, to Pachinik. He's got Roma ahead of him, and the youngsters running down the right. He's got the overlap coming up, but he takes on himself. Blind with the great tackle. And I think these wide areas where they haven't got any width, Pachinik and Scheiman are going to be really important in trying to get that overlap onto Costa and Roma. And that's probably going to be our best chance to actually score coming down those wings. And the time is moving on, but there's not too many highlights so far early on. We're playing it nice in defence. Kirschbaum plays it to Schaefer, Pachinek, and they're closing down quite quickly here, but Roma's picked it up, and he can run. Can he? He plays it inside to Neudecker, who plays it out to Pachinek, but Tagliafico beats him to the ball, and this is a worry. Tadic is running, and Schaefer with a great tackle there. Plays it to Neudecker, back to Schaefer. What can he do? He's giving it away. Ziyech to Huntelaar, Tadic in on goal, and it's 1-0 Ajax. That was poor. That was absolutely terrible from our defence. We're passing it around, and Schaefer gives it to Tadic, and from there they just pick us apart. Easy finish. I don't know what the keeper was doing, leaving that space open for him, but it's 1-0. It's 1-0 Ajax. Pachinek to Neudecker. Back to Pachinek. Now what can he do? He's got a ball in, and it's cleared by Veltman. That's route one. Huntelaar's brought it down. Can he find the ball? No, it goes over. Pachinek picks it up and clears. Tagliafico to Ziyech. Blind. Pachinek heads out, and Roma picks it up. Come on. Let's do something with it. Kirschbaum clears. He's beaten in the air, but Pedro Henrique's got space in behind the defence now. What can he do? Gets blocked and cleared. Bruno Costa to Van Ooyen. Back to Scheiman now, and that's the highlight finished. Lee Catamol's looking anxious out there. No doubt he's out of his depth completely, and he's back to his usual aggressive and back to anxious again. Right, we need to do some more here. Right, so let's get creative. This Ajax team is very good. They've only dropped points in one game so far in the season. Schaefer out to Pachinek now. Catamol to Neudecker. Out to Bruno Costa. Plays it to Van Ooyen. Out to Scheiman. And what can we do here? Scheiman has lost the ball out to Veltman, but has picked it back up again. He's played it inside. Roma's got it now, and that's a decent save by Onana, and Veltman clears out for a corner. And the resulting corner, Neudecker takes it. Rosa's beaten in the air. Van Ooyen picks it up. Back to Neudecker. They play some passes between each other. Catamol, Rosler, Schaefer. We're going backwards here. And as this first half ends, it's 1-0 to Ajax, and we haven't done well so far in the first half. Let's get assertive with them, show me something else. And who's that? Schaefer looks stressed, but we need to do something here. We're looking to overlap. Let's get a bit more direct. Let's go wide and bring up the tempo a little bit more. Just try and get out them a little bit more. Try and counter attack as much as possible. When it's lost, yeah, I think that would be the best way of doing it. Distribute to the centre backs, no, to the full backs even. We just want to get it out wide, exploit those gaps as much as possible, and try and sneak in the win. We're not playing well, but hopefully that can change. Blind plays it out to Veltman, and they can run at us down the wing, even though they have no width. Marin out to Veltman again, and that's been cleared. Van Ooyen clears, so does Neudecker. Roma picks it up. Now we're looking to counter. Pedro Henrique brought the ball down world-class levels, plays it out to Scheiman, and they've regrouped. Scheiman, what can he do here? Van Ooyen out to Catamol, to Neudecker, back to Catamol. He's played it out to Pachinek. Alright, Let's just change this a little bit because I think, yeah, they're on defend. Let's move them up to support. Because we want them pushing up as much as possible. Pedro Henrique out to Pachnik. What can we do? Pedro Henrique back to Pachnik again. Katamal, Pachnik. Katamal puts in a little pass to Roma, whose shot is tipped over by Onana, and that's better from us. We're getting into the game. We're dominating possession against an Ajax team who are really good with the ball, which is a really encouraging sign. And Rosler heads over the corner. Oh, there's a highlight here. Huntelaar's picked up the ball, and the ball's coming into Tadic, who's hit the bar. Pachnik's picked up the ball to clear. Alright, let's shout at them, demand some more here. Veltman with the throw, and uncontested to Tadic. Now Marin, Alvarez, out to Veltman, and they're in behind here. They've got no one in the box though. Veltman plays it out to Tadic, and Kirschbaum saves just by blocking it with his body, and it's out for a corner. Tadic to take, and that's cleared by Lee Katamal. Ziyech to pick it up, and his cross has been pushed out. Bruno Costa. Mr. Van Ooyen with the ball. He's got two marking him at the moment. Van Ooyen to Bruno Costa, who's hit the post. Huntelaar, Tadic, and that's a free kick. Right, we're not playing that badly actually, considering that's Ajax, but Bruno Costa's gone off. And I don't know who to put on. Our best option, according to my assistant, is none of them. Bastian seems the most fit. Right, Clabbers, who's do you know what? Let's go with the most fit person. We'll put him as a winger. He's left-footed, I think. Yep, he is. So he should be able to whip in some balls, and Pedro Henrique can be able to finish that. Do you know what? Let's actually go for this a little bit more as well. Let's take Katamal off, put Post on as a halfback. I think he's a little bit better in the role as well. We've got one more substitute to use, but I think we will leave that one for now. No one's, apart from Schaefer, no one is playing terribly here. But let's see what we can do. Let's go to a bit more of a positive tactic now, but Tagliafico has the ball out to Blind. Tagliafico again, out to Blind. Ziyech. Tagliafico puts in a ball. Scheiman clears, and we can go. Bastian's on the ball, plays it out to Rosler, and that clearance is awful, but Van Ooyen's got the ball and can't go anywhere with it. Ball over the top from Ajax, and Scheiman picks it up to Kirschbaum, who clears, and we are not keeping the ball very well here. Daley Blind out to Veltman. Marin back to Veltman again, whose ball to Schaefer has been picked up, and they've hit the post. Kirschbaum to Rosler, and the ball is cleared. Pedro Henrique now out to Roma, and what can he do? Can he find the overlap? No, he's going on his own, and the tackle from Tagliafico comes in. Martinez picks up the ball for Ajax. Ziyech, and it's cleared out. Alright, we've got someone over on the other side. Bastian's now, and that's a great finish there. Great ball in from Roma, and Bastian's, the substitute, has come on, and he has equalised with 12 minutes to go. Let's make one final change. Someone who's not playing very well. Pedro Henrique's not playing very well, but he's our best goal threat at the moment. Pachnik looks a little bit tired, as does Neudecker in the middle. Do you know what? Let's go Neudecker off. Lindhorst on. He's perfect in the role, and let's see what we can do now. Alvarez, Martinez. we've played really well this game. I'm hoping we can actually walk away with something here. Dest to Ziyech. Neudecker with a great tackle in there. Out to Roma. Now what can he do now? He's been excellent down that right hand side. And Tagliafico catches up with him and puts it out for a throw. Alright, we've got 10 minutes left. What can we do? Show some passion now. 5 minutes to go. Dest to Huntelaar. Out to Ziyech, and there's loads of space for Sergio Dest to run into. Patchnik clears. Lindhorst heads it out again. Blind picks it up, as he has done to a lot of those loose balls. Tagliafico now. Blind plays it back to him. Out to Ziyech, who's one of their most dangerous players. Tagliafico, Rosa heads that one out, and Dest is going to pick that up. Out to Tadic, and somehow that stayed out, and Roma can run at them, and let's see what he can do. Tagliafico trips him up, and that is a free kick to us. Come on now, there's only a couple of minutes left. Tagliafico to Blind, plays the ball over to Huntelaar, and that's 2-1, and they've scored with a couple of minutes to go, and they've won. Tagliafico there, plays it to Blind, and that incredible ball over there. Huntelaar picks it up and is one of the best finishers in the league, and the keeper had no chance off that. And the time's ticking away. Hopefully there's one more chance here. They've picked up the ball. Gravenberch out to Ziyech. They've played that out wide. Huntelaar picks it up. Out to Sergio Dest. Gravenberch, Tadic, and that's wide. And the time looks to be ticking away as Tagliafico to Tadic, and that's it. That's all over. And that's a terrible loss for us. Scoring in the 89th minute, Huntelaar. I don't think we deserve to lose that. I think we played incredibly well there. So some decent positive signs there. What can we tell the team? Unlucky, and they seem to be pretty happy with that. We still stay in 16th with 1 win, 1 draw from 7 games, 5 defeats, which is awful stuff. But hopefully once the team settles in, we can start to pick up some points and climb our way back up the table. Now that's just looking terrible there. Look at that. I think the next game that we'll show is probably going to be the final game. I think there's a little glitch in the game which is showing the same fixture twice on the same day, but that will be the next game that we're going to show. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like on the video, subscribe for future episodes, and help share the channel as well. It's going to help grow the channel, and I'll see you next episode. Thank you.